times are hard, life is expensive, or maybe you just don't want to spend money on hair products. Whatever it is, I have got my rundown of my favourite, very budget-friendly curly hair products for you here today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As I said, we're going to talk budget hair products today, and I'm talking proper budget. So every single product we're going to look at is under £5 from my checking as of today. I have a whole load of other products which I would still consider budget friendly, but they're above that £5 range. So today we're really genuinely looking at the most budget friendly, £5 or less, and we're going to look at a range: shampoo, conditioners and styling products. And these are all ones that I genuinely use and love. Some of them I use more than my high-end products. Now I just need to apologise about the lighting. I'm just using natural lighting today, and I've got the sun coming from that direction, and I have moved a million times, and the sun is coming in and out, so I apologise if the lighting changes as we go, but this is what we're working with today. I just prefer natural light. I just prefer filming in natural light than I do using my ring light. I've got my ring light set up as my stand, but I don't have the ring light actually set on because I just don't like the light as much as natural light. So we're going to work fast, and hopefully we can get all of this before I have to switch it on. Budget friendly products. I do get sent, obviously this is my job, and I get sent a lot of products in a wide range of prices, and some of these budget products, all of which I've bought myself, I reach for them way over and above how much I reach for my high-end products, and I think that says a lot. I think really genuinely you can get a great curly hair routine whatever your budget is. So we're going to start with shampoos and conditioners, and then we'll work on to stylers. Now my very first shampoo and conditioner, they're a pair, and I want to start with them because they are genuinely my go-to all-time favorite shampoo and conditioner, and I use these every single wash day bar the occasional time that I want to use one of my other brands. It's the Superdrug Extracts Coconut Water Shampoo and Conditioner. This is a brand new bottle. I've been through probably 4 or 5 of these, and as you can see, I'm well through my conditioner. My daughter uses them as well, and they are just, I cannot stress enough how much I love these. Now it's just a Superdrug's own, so if you're in the States or somewhere else, Superdrug is just a drugstore that we have on the high street here in the UK, and it's their own brand, very basic shampoo and conditioner. Now if you're a Superdrug member, usually there's a member offer, and I think the last time I bought them I got both of them for £4, something like that, or it was buy one get one free. Sometimes the member offers, they're $1.99 each, but generally you can get them for about £2 a bottle depending on what offer is on. And to be a Superdrug member, you just take out a card. It's not like a store card with credit or anything like that. It's just a points card, and you get the member benefits of sometimes getting a discount. So that's what I do, and these are just mwah. I genuinely use them almost every single wash day. So let's talk about them. The shampoo is a sulfate shampoo, and I use a sulfate shampoo almost every wash day these days. I used to not even use shampoo back in the day when I started my curly journey. I was co-wash only, and I feel like I was a little bit brainwashed into shampoos being bad. And then I sort of gradually eased onto using sulfate-free shampoos. And then in the last year or two, I have started even sometimes using a sulfate shampoo. And when I first bought this, I thought, well, it'll be handy to have a sulfate shampoo. It's a good budget-friendly one to try for a video. I thought it'd be handy to have if I want to clarify. And I just fell in love with it. And like I say, I use it every single wash day, bar the occasional different one. And it is sulfate, but it's all in the formulation, and this leaves my hair beautifully soft but cleansed. I can detangle with this shampoo in my hair, and that says a lot to me about shampoo. It's just an absolutely fantastic shampoo, and I love it very, very, very much. Sulfate shampoo, and yet it's very gentle on my hair. In fact, it leaves my hair feeling more detangleable and more conditioned than some sulfate-free shampoos I've tried. And then the matching conditioner. Now this contains some protein, which my hair absolutely love. It's got hydrolyzed wheat protein, and it's just for me the perfect balance of great slip, easy detangling. My hair feels lovely after using it, but because it's got that bit of protein, it keeps my hair just really nicely strong and balanced, and not over conditioned. It's just the perfect conditioner for my hair. So those two I just absolutely love them, highly recommend them. Moving on, this is another one, as you can see, it's been well used and loved. This is the HXC Banana Shampoo. I always find that so hard to say. And this is one that you can pick up in places like Home Bargains, The Range, pound shops, places like that, Poundland. And it's usually £1 something. I think it might be getting a little bit trickier to find. It's one of those that you just have to go and see if it's there. You might find it in Savers as well. That's another place I've seen it. I actually think I first got mine in B&M. Like I said, I've seen it in all these other places as well. When I did a quick Google before I started this video, I saw it in a few places. It was out of stock in quite a lot of places, but there's an online pound shop. It's literally called Online Pound Shop, and they did have it in stock, and it was, I think, £1.29. You can also buy it on bulk from Amazon and some other places. They sell like 10 or 12 bottles, and very, very inexpensive. Now, this is sulfate free, but it does contain the sodium olefin sulfonate, which is not quite a sulfate, but it's an ingredient which works similarly to a sulfate, so it is a stronger surfactant. So this is a really good clarifying shampoo. This one I find is a little bit controversial. Whenever I post using this, some people will be like, oh my goodness, I love this shampoo, and I'll get other people saying that stuff will ruin your hair. I mean, I've been using it on and off, not every wash day, but from time to time for years, and it certainly hasn't ruined my hair. My daughter's used it regularly too, and it hasn't ruined her hair. So in our experience, it's a good shampoo. It's inexpensive, but it works. It performs. And yes, it smells strong of banana, but the smell doesn't seem to linger on your hair. So as long as you don't mind the smell as you're using it, then it shouldn't be a problem for you. And it is a really good, stronger shampoo. Now, can we just for 1 second talk about the whole you mustn't use sulfates thing? This is a sulfate shampoo, and this is technically a sulfate-free shampoo. This is stronger, and I would say maybe harsher, more stripping. I still love it, but it's definitely stronger as far as cleansing my hair goes, and has less conditioning agents than this shampoo, which is a sulfate shampoo. So just because something's a sulfate or sulfate free, that doesn't necessarily tell you all that much about how it's going to perform and how gentle or cleansing it's going to be on your hair. Now, this is another shampoo. As you can see, it's been well used. Now, this is the only one of all the products that was sent to me gifted. I got a bundle from Vatican and did an ad for them last year, I think it was. And this is a beautiful shampoo. Again, it's a sulfate shampoo, but it is so conditioning. In fact, if I use this every wash day, my hair would be over conditioned because my hair is fine and it leans towards being over conditioned. So if you have coarser hair, drier hair, and you really want a gentle shampoo that's gonna, make your hair feel lovely and soft afterwards, then I highly recommend this. So it's the avocado shampoo. Now, let's just talk about labels for a second. So this shampoo says protein boost, and it's got avocado extract in it. That being said, from my knowledge of what constitutes protein in a hair product, I cannot find an ingredient on this ingredients list which is actually a protein. So I wonder whether they've sort of gone, avocado, that's the source of protein when you eat it, and they have put in avocado oil. Of course, oil does not contain protein. So you can have something like avocado oil or coconut oil or whatever it is, that's not going to contain a protein. It's an oil. In my understanding, oils don't contain protein. So though this has avocado oil, I cannot see where this contains protein. So I would just say don't be confused by that. Sometimes what's said on a hair product isn't actually accurate. I feel like that's one of those cases, but it is a beautiful shampoo, and I feel like my hair gets just really beautifully conditioned using this shampoo. Again, I can fully detangle with this shampoo, and I sort of have to adjust how much conditioner I use afterwards. So I'll use a tiny bit or even skip the conditioner altogether because I feel like this has a lot of conditioning agents in it. For example, it has the avocado oil. It's absolutely beautiful. So like I said, if you have dry hair, perhaps coarse hair that needs softening, then this might be a good one to try. Or if you have fine hair like me, like I say, it's great in my hair. I just can't use it every single wash day. So if you were looking for a sulfate shampoo to use from time to time, then this would be a great one. And again, it's a really good price. I'm going to put the price of everything on the screen. I can't remember offhand how much this one was, but Vatica is a budget-friendly brand. Now, another supermarket brand, so Asda Just Essentials Apple Conditioner. Now, I haven't used this a lot. I think I used it a couple of times when I first bought it. And as I was looking at the products in my cupboard for this video, I remembered about it. So I wanted to add it because I do remember finding it surprisingly good, and it was pennies, like it was less than £1, and it smells lovely. It's got that lovely fresh apple scent. You get 500ml, good size bottle for the price, and I really liked it. So it's one I'm going to keep out and remember to use again in my next sort of budget friendly video, because it was truly surprisingly good. It's just a very lightweight conditioner, so if your hair is fine, easily weighed down, prone maybe to over conditioning, something lightweight like this might suit you really well. And the last in my conditioners is one of my long-time favorites, and that's the Aldi Lacura Volume Conditioner. And I did check, and they are still selling it, because Aldi has a habit of giving us great shampoos and conditioners and then discontinuing them and giving us new ones. But they are still selling it. It's on the Aldi website, so hopefully you can get it in your local Aldi. And I think it was about £1.49, and it is just stunning. Now, this one definitely does contain protein. It is lightweight, but it has a good amount of protein. This conditioner is as good for me as some of my really high-end protein conditioners. It's absolutely beautiful, and I haven't used it in a while because I've been so obsessed with those coconut water ones. But again, I'm going to keep this out and remind myself to use it because it is so good. And this, I've obviously used that much, but I've had 2 or 3 of these in the past and gone through them, and they're just absolutely fantastic. It's got soy protein 5th in the ingredients list, and then 7th in the ingredient list is keratin amino acid. So it's got 2 types of protein quite high up the ingredients list. So if your hair loves protein, absolutely this would be one to give a try. It's really lovely. Now we're going to look at styling products, and I have 3 to show you. First, we'll go with this mousse. Now, I have to make a disclaimer. This is the Schwartzkopf, I can't say that, Schwartzkopf Keratin Mousse, and I think they've discontinued it. I'm absolutely gutted about it because this mousse is just incredible. I've used it quite a few times, made quite a lot of videos about it, and I just love it. It's so good. It's got really good hold, and it just gives me really juicy curls. But yeah, I can't seem to find it anymore online. The reason I've still included it is because somebody recently said they saw a load of them in Savers. So I need to go to Savers and stock up because I want to get as many of them as I can in my cupboard before they disappear. Have any of you been doing curly hair on your curly hair journey long enough to remember the old Pantene mousse? Now, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was huge in the curly world online, and it was my holy grail product. I absolutely loved it, and they discontinued it. And I still get people messaging me saying, have you found anything that's similar to that old Pantene mousse? Because they've still never found something that's as good as it. And I feel like this is going to be the same thing for me. This is going to happen now. This is discontinued. I did buy a couple of the new Schwartzkopf mousses, and I've tried one of them and I didn't love it. Maybe I need to try it again, and or perhaps I need to try the other one. There seems to be 2 or 3 that they've released. They've like removed all their existing ones and released new ones. I just wish I knew which was the sort of most similar to this. So that'll be a project for me to figure out. But if you see this on the shelves anywhere, I highly recommend trying it. I really love it. It's actually a fantastic one and done styler. I use a lot of it when I use it by itself, but it doesn't leave my hair feeling weighed down or sticky. It's just absolutely brilliant. I love it. So if you can get your hands on it, I do recommend it, but just bear in mind, I think it's been discontinued. Next, we've got the L'Oreal Invisihold Gel. Now, there's a whole line of these. This is the only one I've tried. This is the number 6. But there's all different like strengths of it. You can get like a stronger hold than this and a less hold than this. But this is the one I have, and it's an excellent gel. I feel like it's one that needs quite a lot of water, so my hair needs to be really soaking wet, and I actually tend to keep a spray bottle beside me if I'm styling with this to keep adding water, because sometimes I find it gives me that flash drying effect. You know, when you add a product to your wet hair and then all the water seems to just get sucked away into who knows where. And that's called flash drying, but I don't mind that in a gel. I feel like that usually means it's going to give me some really serious good hold. But what I do find is I just need to keep adding water when that happens, just to keep the hair sort of supple and for it not to start going hard before it's even started drying and before you've gotten it maybe brush styled or looking how you want it to look. So that is an excellent gel. Again, that is very, very inexpensive. You can get that in Boots and Superdrug, wherever. I'm not sure if I think this one might possibly be available overseas as well in the States. But yeah, really, really excellent gel. And then a very similar gel, I would say these two are quite similar in how they work. I style with them the same way. I add extra water. That is the Shockwaves. And this is the Tough Stuff Heat and Sweat Proof Ultra Strong 24-Hour Hold Gel Level 5. It's a really long title, but there are again quite a number of gels in the Shockwaves Tough Stuff range. Specifically this one is the one that I like, and it's that one that says the Heat and Sweat Proof, and it is blue. It's blue colored gel, and it's just a really, really great hard hold gel. And again, it's a couple of pounds. It's really inexpensive. I usually pick this up in Superdrug, but I think you can get it in most sort of drugstores in the UK. Same as the L'Oreal Studio one, I find like I need to add lots of water just to keep my hair supple as I'm styling with it. It does that flash drying thing, but then the end results are absolutely fantastic. So yeah, like I say, these are very much on a par with each other. As far as performance goes, this one's maybe got a bit more hold, but again, you could always try this one in a stronger hold if you wanted to. So those are the products, the really budget-friendly products that I highly recommend. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about as far as budget-friendly recommendations go is something for protecting your curls at night, because you can put all that work in on wash day, and then if you're just going to go sleeping willy-nilly on your hair and do nothing to protect it, it's pretty much likely to be ruined by the next day. So I wanted to show you how I protect my hair overnight in a budget-friendly fashion. So firstly, I always sleep on a satin pillowcase. It does not have to be silk, it can be a man-made fabric, but a satin, slippy satin pillowcase, it's better for your skin as well. I'm so used to it now, I cannot sleep on a cotton pillowcase. I find it really uncomfortable. And even Richard, my husband, he's gotten so used to sleeping on a satin pillowcase. One time I didn't put one on his side and he was a bit like, hey, where's my nice pillowcase? So you do get used to it and they do feel lovely. So you can get a very reasonably priced satin pillowcase on Amazon or wherever you might want to check. It doesn't have to be expensive silk, but the slippiness is what stops your hair from having friction created between your hair and the pillowcase, which then causes frizz. But also, especially wash day night and the next 2 nights, I also protect my hair with either a satin or a silk turban sort of bonnet, or one of these. Now this is a multifunctional headwear. Do you remember in COVID people were using them like around their neck and then they would pull them up as a mask? Bikers use them. There's so many uses, that's why they're called multifunctional headwear, and it's just a long tube of fabric. And I've had the same couple for literally years, probably since 2018, something like that, and they just wash and reuse so well. The kind I prefer are seamless and very, very thin, lightweight fabric. You can see how thin that is there. And usually they have that raw, unfinished edge. And I find that if I'm looking on Amazon, I'm always looking for the seamless and the raw edge like that. And those are the ones that are best, because I've had other ones in the past and they've been too tight and they've crushed my hair and they've been uncomfortable. Whereas this seamless kind, they're my go-to basically. So I will pop a link to very, very similar ones in the description box. Like I say, I've had these exact ones for so many years. I don't think they sell them anymore from the same seller, but it's basically the same thing. And it is polyester microfiber. And the questions I usually get about this are, doesn't it need to be satin? Doesn't it draw moisture out of your hair? But no, it doesn't. And I think it's just because of the weave. It's like a t-shirt fabric. So in the same way that we would use a t-shirt to dry our hair instead of like a rough towel, it's like that. It's not overly absorbent, and it's very nice and thin and light, and it just basically sort of keeps my hair in place. Now I've got a bit of a hairstyle in today, as you can see. Oh, squeaky chair. I'm going to insert a clip of me putting it on later tonight. I haven't done it yet, but I will show you how I put this in at bedtime. And it just works really, really, really well. And like I say, I do have satin bonnets and things, but I seem to always end up coming back to my buff. It's just so comfortable. It doesn't dig in on my head. I'm prone to headaches. It doesn't dig in anywhere or make me uncomfortable. And I feel like the tricks to getting the buff to stay on is having a satin pillowcase, so it just slips on it. It doesn't create friction and then get pulled off, and pulling it low enough on your ears. For it to stay on all night. And the reason I've included it in the budget friendly video is because you can usually get a pack of like 6 of these for maybe £7 or something on Amazon. So I'll find a budget friendly version of this and put it in the description box and link it for you on Amazon. But yeah, it's just so you know what you're looking for, even if you don't buy it through that link. These are the kind that I absolutely swear by. Those are my budget-friendly favourites and tips, and I hope that was helpful. If you've got a budget-friendly favourite that you would like me to try, please let me know, because I'm absolutely always up for trying good budget-friendly products and making videos showing those, because so many people are looking for budget-friendly options, and it's a good feeling to find a product that you love that doesn't break the bank. And the only other thing I was going to point out was, look at my hair. I changed it. I have a new haircut, and like I say, I've got my hair in a half up today, but I'll pop a picture in so you can see how it's looking on wash day. I discovered recently in the last few months that my texture of my hair, like at the front here, has changed so much. I think I mentioned this in my last video. It used to be just a swoop at the front, and now it is full on ringlets at the front. And I was literally lying in bed one night and I thought, I wonder if I could finally get away with a middle part, because I wanted to do a middle part when, you know, we were told that side parts were out and only for millennials. I really wanted to try a middle part, but A, I felt like it didn't suit my face, and B, my hair just wouldn't work, because it was just this one section of much straighter hair. It had just a swoop, didn't really have any curls. But it's changed. The texture of my hair has become just so much more ringlety. My hair is still fine, it's still soft, but the actual curled pattern has changed all over, but especially these front sections. So this is day 3 hair, and it was just a bit floofy, which is why I popped part of it up. But you can see just how much these front sections are ringlety when they didn't used to be. So I was lying in bed one night and I thought, maybe I can try a middle part. So I tried it, just the fringe section. The rest of my hair was a mess. I put it up, I sort of refreshed the fringe into a center part, and I really liked it. So I decided to give it a little trim into place, sort of even out the sections so that they graduate a little bit. And I just adjusted some of the layers a little bit, and I absolutely love it. So tell me what you think. I'm really enjoying it. It just feels a little bit updated, and it's just nice to have a bit of a new hairstyle, because I feel like with curls, you've got a little bit less options when it comes to hairstyles. I mean, obviously you can still go short or long, but basically I've had the same hairstyle at various lengths for years and years and years. So it just feels really nice to have a change, and I think it suits me. Tell me what you think. Maybe you don't agree. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I'm really, really liking it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.